Welcome back to your source for the latest celebrity and faith community news. Today we're diving into a historic moment that has social media buzzing with mixed reactions. Husband and wife team Tamela Roberts and Sarah Jakes Roberts were installed as the senior pastors of the Potter's House of Dallas over the July 4th weekend. This momentous transition represents one of the most significant leadership changes in modern megachurch history, and the internet has a lot to say about it. Let's break down everything you need to know about this generational handoff and why it's stirring up so much conversation online. Let's start with the background. This milestone moment signifies a sacred generational handoff within one of the world's most influential churches, while affirming Bishop Jakes' commitment to evolving ministry leadership for the future. For those who may not be familiar, the Potter's House is a Dallas-based megachurch that has been a cornerstone of the faith community for decades under Bishop T.D. Jakes' leadership. Tamela Roberts and his wife Sarah Jakes Roberts, the daughter of Bishop T.D. Jakes, are being installed Sunday as co-senior pastors of Dallas megachurch the Potter's House. This announcement was first made back in April 2025, but the formal installation ceremony took place this past Sunday during what would have been the church's 29th anniversary celebration. Now let's talk about the power couple taking over. Sarah Jakes Roberts, who is 36 years old, is far from just being Bishop Jakes' daughter. Sarah Jakes Roberts is a New York Times best-selling American author, businesswoman, and media personality who balances career, ministry, and family. She's built her own impressive ministry platform and has been a prominent voice in faith circles for years. Her husband, Tamela Roberts, is 51 and brings his own pastoral experience to the table. He previously served as senior pastor of One Church International in Hollywood and has been married to Sarah since 2014. Together, they've been preparing for this moment for months. The installation ceremony itself was quite the spectacle. As Sunday's service began, a procession of more than 100 ministers ordained by the Potter's House entered the sanctuary. The event was packed with supporters, fellow pastors, and congregation members who witnessed this historic transition. During the ceremony, Bishop T.D. Jakes made it clear that this wasn't just a symbolic gesture. Sources close to the church indicate that this represents a real transfer of day-to-day leadership responsibilities, allowing the 67-year-old bishop to focus on other aspects of his ministry and global outreach. But here's where things get interesting. Social media is sharing mixed reactions after Sarah Jakes Roberts and her husband, Tamela, were installed as senior pastors at Potter's House. The internet rarely stays quiet about major church transitions, and this one has certainly sparked passionate discussions across all platforms. On one side, you have supporters who see this as a natural and beautiful generational transition. Many are praising the Roberts qualifications, their joint ministry experience, and the fact that they've been preparing for this role for years. Supporters argue that Sarah has proven herself as a capable leader, and that her husband brings valuable pastoral experience from his previous church. However, the reactions haven't been universally positive. Some critics are questioning whether this represents nepotism within the church structure. There are concerns about whether Sarah's position as Bishop Jakes' daughter played too large a role in the selection process, rather than it being based purely on merit and calling. Others have raised questions about the couple's theological positions and whether they align with the traditional teachings that the Potter's House has been known for. Some longtime congregants have expressed concerns about potential changes to the church's direction and culture under new leadership. The social media conversation has been particularly heated on platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Some users have been supportive, posting messages like, "Congratulations to the new pastors. This is a beautiful family legacy." And Sarah has been preparing for this moment her whole life. But there's also been criticism, with some users questioning the decision and expressing concerns about the future direction of the church. The comment sections under news articles about the installation have been filled with passionate debates from both sides. It's worth noting that this transition comes at a significant time for Bishop T.D. Jakes personally. Popular Texas Bishop T.D. Jakes gave his congregation a scare over the weekend after enduring a health incident during a November 24th sermon at the Potter's House, his Dallas megachurch. This health scare last November may have influenced the timing of this leadership transition. Additionally, the church has been dealing with some external challenges. That same month, Jakes filed a lawsuit against a former minister who accused Jakes of attempted sexual assault. These circumstances have added additional complexity to an already significant transition period. From a ministry perspective, Sarah Jakes Roberts has been building her own platform for years. She's known for her women's empowerment ministry called Woman Evolve, which has gained significant traction both online and through live events. Her approach to ministry tends to focus on practical life applications and speaks particularly to younger audiences and women. Tamela Roberts, meanwhile, has experience leading One Church International and has been involved in various ministry initiatives. Together, they represent a more contemporary approach to church leadership that appeals to younger generations while maintaining traditional Christian values. What's particularly interesting about this situation is how it reflects broader trends in megachurch leadership transitions. Many large churches are grappling with how to pass leadership from founding pastors to the next generation. Some have struggled with these transitions, while others have managed them successfully. The Potter's House transition is being watched closely by other ministry leaders and church governance experts as a potential model for how these handoffs can be managed. The fact that it's a husband and wife co-pastoral team also adds another layer of interest, as this model is becoming more common in contemporary church leadership. Looking at the bigger picture, this installation represents more than just a leadership change. It's about the evolution of one of America's most influential megachurches and how it will adapt to reach new generations while maintaining its core mission. Sarah Jakes Roberts has already indicated that she plans to continue her focus on women's empowerment and practical Christian living. Her approach tends to be more relatable and accessible to younger audiences, which could help the Potter's House expand its reach and relevance in an increasingly digital world. The financial and organizational implications of this transition are also significant. The Potter's House is not just a church, it's a major organization with multiple locations, media operations, and various ministry initiatives. Managing this transition while maintaining the church's growth and influence represents a significant challenge for the new leadership team. Some industry observers are watching to see how the Roberts will handle the business side of the ministry, including media deals, book publishing, and the various conferences and events that the Potter's House organizes throughout the year. As we look ahead, it will be interesting to see how this leadership transition plays out over the coming months and years. Will the new co-pastors be able to maintain the church's influence while bringing their own vision to the ministry? How will the congregation adapt to the new leadership style? And will the social media criticism die down as people see the Roberts in action? One thing is certain: this transition has captured the attention of both the faith community and the broader public. Whether you support the decision or have concerns about it, there's no denying that this represents a significant moment in modern church history. The mixed reactions we're seeing on social media reflect the complexity of leadership transitions in high-profile religious organizations. Change is never easy, especially when it involves beloved institutions that have been part of people's lives for decades. For supporters, this represents a natural evolution and a chance for the Potter's House to reach new audiences while maintaining its core mission. For critics, it raises questions about process, qualifications, and the future direction of the church. What's your take on this historic leadership transition? Do you think Sarah Jakes Roberts and Tamela Roberts are the right choice to lead the Potter's House into its next chapter? Are the social media reactions justified, or do you think people should give the new leadership team a chance to prove themselves? The conversation is certainly far from over, and it will be fascinating to watch how this story develops in the coming months. One thing is for sure: the Roberts have big shoes to fill, and the eyes of the faith community will be watching closely to see how they handle this significant responsibility. That's all for today's deep dive into this major ministry transition. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more celebrity and faith community news updates. We'll be following this story closely and bringing you all the latest developments as they happen. Until next time, keep the conversation going in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.